Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 236. My name is Dan. I'll be your host. Hope everybody had a good total eclipse day yesterday. First of all, I can't see I can't see a thing through this. So my buddy, I did watch the eclipse with these. Apparently, these are fraudulent glasses anyway. But I only I put them on, looked 2 seconds, it was cool. Didn't stare for like a minute or so there after these were known to be fraudulent or NASA approved, or it doesn't say on this one right here. Anyway, hope everybody had a good eclipse day yesterday. I'm filming this the day of the eclipse, obviously. So cheers to you all. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the little like button. Share away. There you go. Today's episode will be bands who have made one album with a different singer. Not two albums. Just the one album. Like they've had many albums, but for some reason, this band did one album with just that one singer that one time. I've made I was going through my list and I was like, okay, I got to make a few rules here. There's way too many exceptions. So I said these bands have to have more than two albums because some bands made two albums and then one singer's on one and then one singer's on the other. I'll give an example. Vinnie Vincent is not going to be in here. And I know he did an EP, and EPs don't count. That's why I'm just saying albums, because he did a third EP there. Tangier's not going to be here either. Even if they have two albums, technically three, but the first one's technically an independent release, I believe, or anyway, I don't even have it yet there. The obvious ones, again, if I'm missing some, I was going to do a part two, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing a part two. So what we have here is what I can find, except for these three, which I don't own but will eventually. So don't ask for Anthrax Fistful of Metal with Neil Turbin. Don't ask for Deep Purple Slaves and Masters with Jolan Turner, and Warrant Born Again with Jamie St. James. I don't own those yet. Hopefully, well, the first two I should have no problem finding eventually. Warrant Born Again, that's going to be a tough one. That's anyway. So let's talk about bands. I'll just say maybe some you guys know about, some you don't know about. So I'm here to help you educate yourself, right? So, and my cat's here. She better not, and she just jumped on my records. All right, let's see how this goes here. No, Jane. First one, I'm going to go with my CDs first. This is all alphabetical again. So no, we all know this one. Motley Crue with John Corabi was considered a big flop. I'll be honest, at first listen, I did not like it. But it's one of those, you got to give it a chance. Sure, it's not Vince and blah, blah, but yeah. We all know right now it's considered one of their better ones now after all the shit that's been going on with Motley Crue. If you've never given it a chance, give it a chance, man. It's actually one of my favorites from Motley Crue. So Motley Crue self-titled from, was it 94? Of course, I got the reissue with the bonus tracks. It says 99. I believe this was 94. Anyway, Motley Crue, John Corabi. I only have 2 CDs. The rest are all vinyl. Van Halen 3. Apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passable songs. The rest is shit. I never listened to this. I do like those 5 songs there. This is with Gary Cherone from Extreme. We all know about this one. So Van Halen 3 did that one album with Gary Cherone. Then this flopped so bad that they never did another one with him again. To me, it's not Gary's fault. He's got a great voice. It's the more I'm looking on YouTube, this looks or sounds more like any Van Halen solo project than a Van Halen album. So whatever. Like it is my least favorite Van Halen album. I'm telling you that right now. So there you go. All right, now we'll go through the vinyl that I have here. Now that my cat's gone, I can get this. Accept Eat the Heat with David Reese. I like it for what it is. Does it sound like Accept? Not even close from anything they've done before or after this. This is the hair metal album that they did. It's good for what it is. I like it. Is it Accept? Not even close. So anyway, I'm sure most people by now know about Accept's Eat the Heat with David Reese. So I'm going to put it right here. I've talked about it on my Accept review anyway, album review, so I won't talk about it as much. Some I've never talked about on this channel. I'm just realizing here. So anyway, Accept Eat the Heat. Next one. This band actually had 2, 3, 5 singers, official singers, but they've actually done 2 albums with just 2 single albums with. Can you guess who these guys are yet there? So we'll go with Black Sabbath, Born Again, the one album they've done with Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. Do I love this album? Yes, I do. Do I want it remixed or remastered? No, I do not. I love it just the way it is. It sticks out. A terrible album cover. Yes, I'll agree. It's horrendous. But it sticks out. You see it from far away. Oh yeah, Born Again, Black Sabbath. Don't change anything Sabbath about this one. If you want to reissue it, just reissue it. Just whatever. This is perfect how it is. I love this album. Some great songs on this. So Black Sabbath, Born Again. So now that you know that one, you probably know which one's coming next. Tony Iommi, 7th Star. Featuring Tony Iommi. We always this is actually a very good album. Like, sure, there's a few non-Sabbath songs on this, but you know what? It's good. Danger Zone, In for the Kill, No Stranger to Love, that's got the video on it. Plus this one, you gotta remember Zero the Hero. That's a freaking great song. But yeah, I like, obviously, Black Sabbath, Born Again, more than this one. But I don't know if you've ever given or not given this one a shot. Black Sabbath, 7th Star. Give it a try. It's good. I like it. By the way, if you do have suggestions after you've watched the whole thing, let me know of albums that I may have missed. I've talked about the ones before that will not be featured, and some that I don't own. Hopefully this will change this coming Saturday when I'm going to the Ottawa Record Fair. Yeah. I've put aside $700 just if you believe that, don't tell my dad. All right. Next up, Dead Daisies, the first album. So before John Corabi, before Glenn Hughes, there was John Stevens on the first album. Good. His voice sounds more like Glenn Hughes than it does John Corabi. Not saying whichever is good or bad there. It's a good album here. And I think he was recording the second album before Karabi, because on the second album that Karabi's on, there's a few John Stevens writing credits. So I guess they started recording whatever. But yeah, this band has gone through like from a bunch of nobodies to hiring a whole bunch of somebodies in this band here. So yeah, the first Dead Daisies, self-titled, has John Stevens as a lead singer. Good one. Probably my least favorite, but still a good album. Okay, it's just there's nothing wow about it. Next up, all right, Toby Jepson from Fastway's Eat Dog Eat. So first one had Dave King, then what the hell was that guy's singer? Fuck, I hate that guy. Leah. I don't even remember the guy. Leah Leah something or something Leah Hart. That's it. This is a lot better than anything that Leah Hart. Sorry, Steve. I know you love Leah Hart. I know you do, but I can't stand that guy's voice. But yeah, to me, this Eat Dog Eat, Toby Jepson, this album is better than any of the two Leah Hart ones. But that's just my opinion. If you ask Steve, he'll probably tell you the exact opposite. So I absolutely love the song Leave the Light On. That's a great song. Deliver Me is good too. But anyway, check out. Probably some people don't even know this one exists. So Fastway, this is the last album before Fast Eddie Clark passed away. But if you like Fastway, this is you should if you like them the whole collection, you gotta get this one. It's good. I like it. So Eat Dog Eat, Fastway. All right, this one here. Mike, if you're watching, I will do a ranking eventually about this band. I know you gave me 2 albums, but it's one of those bands I really got to listen to give a proper ranking. So I'm talking about Genesis with Ray Wilson. Pretty much, well, this is the last Genesis studio album, which was from, I forget. But you know what? This is actually good. I like it. Especially this, the song Congo is so good. That was a single. Check out Congo, and then, I mean, nothing really tops Congo after, but it's good. Here's a picture of, there he is right here. So yeah, Genesis from the album Calling All Stations had not Peter Gabriel, not Phil Collins, but Ray Wilson on this one. So this would be the last studio album that Genesis would make. So there you go. Good album. I like it. It's decent. All right. This one here. So Hurricane with Daniel Schumann. So now I'm going to forget the guy's name. Kelly Hansen did album 1 to 3, then did Liquid Fury, I believe, which is a 4th one, which only exists on CD, should be reissued on vinyl. If this can get a vinyl issue, Liquid Fury can get an issue on vinyl. It's good. It's not great. It's decent. Let me put it that way. It's good. I enjoyed it. Was there any wow moments? No, there was not. But I enjoyed it. It's about as good. Okay, you know what? Here. If you like albums 1 to 3 of Hurricane, this is as good. I'm not a huge fan of Hurricane. Let's start off with that. But it's about as good as the other ones. So there you go. Hurricane. This is Reconnected from last year. So there you go. With singer Daniel Schumann, the only album he's done with these guys. Next up. Okay, I actually like this album. Sure, the production's very poor or whatever, the songs are there. I like it. I like this one. King Cobra 3 has on vocals Johnny Edwards. I would have loved to hear this album, but with the lineup of album number 1 and 2. It would have been so good. Yeah, this album, they lost their record contract when this came out. This came out on, I don't even know what, well, Music for Nations there, but Rocker Records, they had a decent contract for album 1 and 2. This is a lot better than album number 2, Big Time, even though I'm not even sure if it's an album. It's got a snake on it. I forget. It's very forgettable, but I'm not even sure if it's an album. That's the thing. It's like beige color. I'll post it right here after I'm done. I'm gonna edit this video there. But yeah, this is actually very good. But I would have loved to hear these songs played with the lineup of album number 1 and 2, or even album 6, 7, and 8. There you go. King Cobra 3 with Johnny Edwards, the only album he sang on. All right. Okay. And I just realized there's one thing I didn't prepare for this, but anyway. So I'm going to go with Mama's Boys. Keith Morell this is the only album he sang on, which was a little bit of a change of musical direction. It's good. The more I listen to it, the more I'm appreciating it now. Let me put it that way. I don't like it as much as the earlier, anything before this album. To me, Mama's Boys is brilliant. This is just them being forced by, getting a hit and getting a little bit more commercial. But Keith Morell. Now, if you're asking, there's the album. This is where I did prepare. There's an album after this called, what the fuck is that album there with the Relativity? I didn't put it on because technically that singer, sure, he did one studio album, but he also did one live album with Mama's Boys. That is the only reason I didn't put that guy also. But yeah, this guy, Keith Morell. See, this is how they were a foursome at this time. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. But it's not my favorite Mama's Boys. But anyway, one album, then I think there was something wrong with his voice. I'm not sure. I like this guy's voice better than the following singer, but something happened with his voice, I think. So there you go. Keith Morell from Mama's Boys, one album. From Growing Up the Hard Way. This one here. So I've never showed this album on my. So I'm going to go Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. The infamous album, or famous album, whatever. Famous or infamous album with Graham Bonnet on vocals for this. Why did he only last one album? Let me see if I got the story straight. Pascal told me this story. Graham Bonnet, I don't know if it was the first show they ever did or a handful of shows, decided to get really drunk, went out and sang, and then realized he had his cock out for the first song, and Michael Schenker was not impressed. I think he got fired right after. I don't know if the tour didn't finish. The issue with Graham Bonnet sticking his cock out by accident is true. I just don't know if it was the first show or if it was after the whole tour. That part I'm not familiar with. I'm not an MSG expert. I only have 3 albums of these guys. Slowly getting into these guys. But yeah, Assault Attack. Graham Bonnet, considered one of the great singers of rock also. I'm getting there, okay? There's still a little thing of that bugs me about him, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, Graham Bonnet, MSG, from the album Assault Attack, the only album he has done with MSG. Next up, okay, this one gets shit on often. At the time, I shat on it too there. Quiet Riot QR, the only album with Paul Shortino on vocals. I checked. What the fuck was that guy's name? Anyway, he did 2 albums. The one that after Kevin Dubrow, I want to say Neil Turbin, but that's fucking Anthrax. It's a name that's sort of, I forget. Anyway, he did 2 albums. Who cares? Quiet Riot QR. This was a total flop. Paul Shortino, great voice. Probably one of the sexiest voices in rock. Was it a good fit for Quiet Riot? No. Is this a good album? It's got some very good songs on it, okay? Is it a Quiet Riot album? No, it does not sound like any of the... I'm going to go with first 2, because the third one also isn't very Quiet Riot-y. That a word? But if I'm going to like Quiet Riot 3 for certain songs, I'm going to like this one for certain songs also. Stay With Me Tonight, Take Off, Come On Feel the Noise, and Mama We're All Crazy Now, and Bang Your Head, Mental Health. Take that out of your mind. Listen to Stay With Me Tonight. It's a good song. Period. Okay? The rest is good, but there's nothing as good as Stay With Me Tonight, which I think is a great song. Is it a Quiet Riot song? No. But is it a good song? Yes. Quiet Riot QR with Paul Shortino. Now singing with King Cobra. Ex-singer of Rough Cut. That's his best stuff, is with the 2 albums. The 2 albums from Rough Cut are good, okay? Sure, this guy shows up twice on my list. Graham Bonnet once again with Rainbow Down to Earth. It took me a long time for me to accept this album. I love Dio. I love Rainbow with Dio. When my friend Pascal bought this, I was like, what the hell is this, man? This is way too pop and this and that and blah, blah, blah. I love Dio's Rainbow a lot more than I do this, but I have grown to like this album a lot. So, of course, everybody now has heard Since You've Been Gone, yeah. What was the other one? Was it All Night Long? I forget. But yeah, Rainbow Down to Earth with Graham Bonnet once again. If you don't remember who Graham Bonnet again, he's the guy who stuck his cock out from on the MSG album, their Michael Schenker group. So Rainbow Down to Earth. This one has 3 albums. I was like, do I put these guys on? The first album of Shotgun Messiah has Zinny J. Zan as the lead singer. If I go by the videos, I don't blame this guy for wanting to leave. I'm not even sure how much lead singing he does. Like, there's what song was it? Is it Shout? Shout It Out. It's like the guitarist and the bass player sing the verses and the singer only sings the chorus. Like, it was a weird... Anyway, I like Shotgun Messiah. To me, it's not about the vocals. But yeah, they've got some good songs here. I do love Don't Care About Nothing. That's probably my favorite Shotgun Messiah song. So anyway, Zinny J. Zan from Shotgun Messiah. 2 more, guys. This one here, this guy was in the news. Now, his name, is it Eric? Yeah. Eric Gronwall from Skid Row just announced he is leaving Skid Row. How many fucking singers did these guys have they had in the past 5 years? Almost like 5 or 6, I don't know. Right now, it's Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm that's singing for the rest of their concerts. But this was actually a very good album. I did enjoy this, and then bam, he's gone again. I was like, fuck. Oh, this band annoys me with their singers there, but I'm okay. Eric Gronwall, just apparently this is the latest album. So this is Eric Gronwall with an asterisk right here. Stuff could happen, but right now he just left the band like 2 weeks ago. So Skid Row is no longer without a lead singer. So technically, this guy qualifies as the one album. So Skid Row, the gang's all here with Eric Gronwall. And too bad. This was a great album. And last one, I'm going to go with Wasted, Save Your Prayers with Danny Vaughan on vocals until he, I don't know if they disbanded and he went on to form Taiketo. Yeah, that guy. So Wasted, Save Your Praise. And it's not the same Wasted as those first two albums and EP. I prefer those first two albums and that EP than this. I don't think he was the right fit. Great voice and all. He just wasn't a right fit for Wasted. My opinion. I'm sure some people out there will disagree, but anyway, Danny Vaughan with Save Your Prayers from Wasted until he went on to form his own band called Taiketo, which wasn't super popular, but it was a lot popular than Wasted here in Canada. I know Wasted was pretty popular in the UK. Anyway, that is my episode for today. If you got any other suggestions that I may have missed regarding bands that did one album, not a live album, a studio album, let me know in the comments. On that note, once again, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you for all the subscriptions of late, by the way. I don't know what the hell happened there. But yeah, share away, hit the little like button, hit the little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. On that note, have yourselves... Oh. There we go, all gone. On that note, have yourselves a great whatever, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye. The fucking phone rings. Thank God. Good timing, huh?